Hello, investors, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to meet with us today. We are King University's graduate students, and we are presenting the concepts that we have learned from our Global E-Business Strategy course. It will be integrating the concepts of MOLOSO, which is also known as mobile, location, and social. And this will also incorporate the concept of mobile payment. My name is Karen Kinchay.
And I'm Heather Samuel.
This is Yin Tang.
And we are presenting to you our new enhanced Applebees application. Today's Applebees application simply presents very basic pieces of it, which will allow you to place carside to-go orders. You're also able to see your points and gift cards that you've purchased with Applebees, as well as view the menu and all nutritional value information. In our new application, we'd like to enhance your experience a little more. How would you like to not just make a reservation, but also pick your seat? How about also have an appetizer and beverage waiting for you before you arrive? Hey, we understand that things happen. Let us know when you're running late. And we also understand that we all like to go out as friends, but we all like to split the bill as well. So how would you like to also split your bill on your phone? Applebees wants to make sure that we make you our VIP. You want to be known as our personal customer. And this new application will be able to allow you to do multiple functionalities that exist today, but we're incorporating them into one application itself. In this app, you'll be able to pick your seat, order your appetizer and beverage up to 5 to 10 minutes before your arrival, notify us when you're running up to 15 minutes late, and once again, split your bill with your friends over the phone. Now, the new platform will have a new look and a much more enhanced experience. You'll have the Make Your Reservations button, which there you will be able to go through a flow, and it will, the wireframes that we will present in the future slides will show you how you can reserve a seat. You'll be able to also reserve and place an order, do a carside to go, which is existing technology today, let us know if you're running late, preview our menu before you arrive, be able to split your bill, and also join the e-club as well as gift cards. The first wireframe will be showing how a customer can make a reservation and pick their seat. You'll be guided towards the most close Applebee's locations in your surroundings, which will be helped chosen by your GPS location. You can also enter a local zip code that you choose to go to. The application will pull up the restaurant's layout, and you'll be able to see all the different kinds of seatings, from the 2-seater booths, the 4-seater booth, or even an 8-seater booth. For larger groups, you can call in and we can accommodate you. The great thing about this picking your seat option is that you can see if you want to sit close to a restroom, close to the bar area, or even near a window for lunch and see the nice sunset. Order before you arrive. In this piece of the application, you'd be able to scroll through the appetizer and beverage menu, and you'd be able to go into detail as to the type of dipping sauce that you'd like to have, as well as the type of barbecue sauce or hot sauce on your boneless wings, for instance. You'll have the order will go directly to the store, and once you are seated, our friendly waiters will come and approach you with the confirming list of the order that you chose. And once it is verified, because we all change our minds, which is okay, we'll put in the order, and our friendly staff will prepare it for you. Yes, we know everyone runs late here and there. It's typical. We understand that things happen. Allow us to be aware that you'll be 5, 10, or up to 15 minutes late. Or, you know what, if you have to cancel the reservation, don't worry. You also have that option as well. We'll also indicate to you that if you do not arrive on time, unfortunately, your seating, your reservation will be lost. But don't worry, we'll also add you as into our regular list, and you'll be seated as soon as possible. Splitting the bill. This is a great option for everyone. Once you're done with all your beverages and eating your dining, the waiter will present you with your receipt. On the receipt, you will have a store number, a table number, and your total. All you simply do is go into the application, click on Split Bill. You'll enter the state that you're in, the store number, the table number, and amongst how many people you would like to split it. We allow up to 5 different parties to enter their 5 separate credit cards. Now, this is all such a great value because it adds an enhanced experience to our customers. Not only are we presenting a unique technology that's being utilized, but it's also presenting it for great time-efficient customer service. You can order it while you're stuck in traffic, decide to make your reservation while you're stuck in traffic, or even do it in advance. Mother's Day was just around the corner, so this is a great opportunity for you guys to plan those last-minute reservations and places to eat.
Okay, so we did the market assessment of our application, and we believe that the main market focus would be on the millennial generation, which is between the ages of 18 to 24. They mostly eat out and drink alcohol outside the home more often than any other group. There's also Generation Y and Generation X that we have looked into. Generation Y, those are the ones born since 1978, but they tend to eat more often at quick service and pizza restaurants. The Generation X, those who are born between 1965 and 1977, and they tend to prefer quick service or casual establishments with comfort and a good perceived value, as opposed to the millennial generation. They don't really care about quality so much as atmosphere. So this is a quick chart about the market size or the population that downloads the apps on the mobile phones or the cell phones. These are different percentages of breakdowns, and I'm going to go through them real quick. The first one is men versus women. We see here that men have a higher percentage of 45 versus women of 41% of downloading and using their cell phones, downloading apps and using their cell phones. So we see that we target more males than females. Concerning the age groups, we have discussed, as I have discussed in the previous slide, the ages between around 18 to 29-year-olds. These are the millennial generation. They grew up with cell phones, they grew up with technology, so they are very comfortable with using their cell phones in so many aspects and using so many applications. And the next group that we're going to target is not going to be the focus group, but the Y generation between 30 and 49. And the group after that, which is 25% of the 25% of the total population of downloading apps between 50 to 64 years old. And of course, the 65 plus generation, it's a very small percentage, and we're not going to look into that percentage because of it. It's about 8%. Concerning race and ethnicity, we see here that Black and non-Hispanics, they have 50% rate of using cell phones and downloading apps versus all the other ethnicities. So we're definitely going to target that ethnic group, and they tend to go out drink more and eat at casual dining, versus white and non-Hispanic, which is basically about 40%, and strictly Hispanic, about 44% of the population. As income goes, annual household income, we have the highest, of course, the higher the income, the more they eat out, which is about 57%. And education level, the highest level over here is college students, which makes sense because of the millennial generation, 52%, and of course they have higher income. Okay, next we made a competition analysis. Our two main competitions are number one, Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse claims to be the only national restaurant chain to offer mobile access to real-time data about wait times for tables, reflecting how smartphones are innovating customer experience. So they basically, what Outback did is the access to real-time data about wait times. This is the only national chain in the U.S. that has that came up with that. You have real-time access for customers to know how long the wait time is and how long they have till they get a table, which is a big, it's a huge competition, because that's what we are trying to do with our app also. Outback Steakhouse is streamlining the reservations waiting process for customers with the introduction of click-through seating. That's the software basically that they use in the app, the click-through seating, the application, available on Outback's 365 mobile application and online. The strategy was driven by a survey that found consumers sometimes wait 40 minutes to be seated. So apparently this is a very important aspect. It's a very important issue that customers wait a long time, and for convenience and for better marketing, to have an app that actually enables customers to have access to real-time data about wait times, I think could be a very important marketing tool. And the other competition that we have is Papa John's. Papa John's has the pay share solution, which is basically the split pay that we are also incorporating in our presentation in our app. Papa John's introduced a new digital solution to customers online and on mobile that enables them to split their pizza bill in a streamlined manner, suggesting that mobile payment sharing options are set to take off. Well, what we basically thought of since we are targeting the millennial generations, they tend to split their bill. It's a very common trend among the millennials, and that's why we wanted to incorporate it into our app. And our biggest competition in that aspect is Papa John's, because they're the first ones who came up with the split pay solution in their application.
So based on assessment of the technology, we need to look into the cost to implement the idea and the capabilities and feasibility needed to implement this idea. Of course, we want to have an application that can work. So all of you now must wonder, how much does it cost to make an application? There is a small research we did from the website of howmuchtommakeanapp.com. This website estimated the type of software and designed it the way of an application functionally the way you want it, such as focusing on Apple iOS system or the Android system, or both of them, account logging in-app purchasing, rating and review system, etc. We could see that if someone is starting to implement an application from the beginning, it will only cost about $90,000. Then goes to time spending. Once again, this is based on the time of creating an application from the bottom line. You are able to see that the development can be finished just for 10 days, and an application can be easily implemented in just 25 days. But if there are complexity, such as adding social media and user experiences, then the development period would be much longer. After all, even though the application is now exists, the next we need to worry is the maintenance of the software. Research said that the industry norm for software maintenance is about 15 to 20% of the original development cost. So if your app costs $100,000 to build, roundly estimate to pay about $20,000 per year to maintain the application. Now that we all understand how much to create an application, to implement our idea on restructure Applebees application is simple, easy, and can be finished fast. Since Applebee's restaurant already have an existing application in the market, we do not need to worry on the capability and feasibility because customers are already using the application service. The only need to implement this idea is to add the 4 icons within the app. Each icon will estimate cost about $6,000 to $8,000. The time to redesign and develop will take about 20 to 30 days, depends on the complexity. Therefore, this is a plan that will not just only works for one Applebee's type of franchise restaurant. Our main idea is an application that fits in for all the franchise company that will help. First, the customer have an easy access and enjoyable time period of the meal. Second, the company to build as a whole. We strongly believe that this will definitely be a killer app. There are plenty of great opportunities ahead with this idea of us. First, it allows the company to continuously renewing their application in advance. And the next step is in future that needs to add in the application by allowing the customers giving rating for the food, service, and the area location. This is an idea that can be provided to the same business level of different franchise company, such as Olive Garden, Red Lobster, and many others. To summarize, our idea is to have customer have the experience of make a reservation and pick your own seats, have an appetizer and beverage waiting for you before you arrive, and let us know when you're running late, and at the end can easily split the bill on your phone with your friends when you finish the meal. So what are you waiting for? Start making a reservation from Applebee's. And thank you for spending the time listening to our wonderful idea.
Thank you guys for listening to our presentation. Have a nice day.